Getting a SIM card for your phone wherever you go is
that's great.
gold. So research that beforehand, figure out what your plan is in the US before you go. If you do need a new SIM card, trade it out. Often you can get it at the airport, if not, usually within a couple blocks of the airport. And that's been gold for me as well.
I bought a very expensive plan, international plan, and I thought that'd be the best route, but I ended up at the country just realizing you could buy a SIM card for a fraction of the cost and refill it pretty easily. And almost every shop in any country you're in is going to have a SIM card. So, and they work fairly well. So
that I kind of check out of my American community when I'm down here. And I'm just like, I love you guys. Don't forget, I love you. I'll be back, but I'm going into the jungle. I'm going to do my jungle thing. But when I do want to communicate, I call people on WhatsApp or, I have a good international plan. Right now I'm using Verizon. It's like $100 and I get, I think 250 minutes and 1,000 texts or something like that. So it's always good to have a really good international phone plan. I think that is one of the most important things that I could suggest. I mean, everyone uses WhatsApp. You can communicate with other people from the US or anywhere around the world via WhatsApp. But if you actually need to make a call to an American company, an American telephone, believe me, you're going to want to have a good phone plan. Otherwise, you're going to pay $3 a minute. No one wants that.
So the same thing kind of still goes along. Part is the infrastructure issue, right? Because, when you're in van life and you have to have internet going around from one location to another, most of the time you're remote, you're not at a campground, trying to figure out internet speeds and, how far you can push the limit. Became kind of a challenge. And that's where, I ended up solving that problem by having Verizon Wireless and an AT&T router and a cell phone booster. And within that all three of that configuration, I found that most places I was able to get internet. Whether or not the internet was fast enough, sometimes, still remained an issue, but it worked out pretty well. Again, there was some trial and error. I started off thinking I needed all these things. And it was kind of funny because every time I came back to Denver, I was constantly just shedding stuff like, oh, I didn't use this. I didn't use this.